everyone, my name is Katie and welcome back to my 11 Plus videos. I am the 11 Plus expert here at howtobecome.com and I have refreshed all of my 11 Plus videos just to give you a bit more of an up-to-date version of what the 11 Plus exam is going to consist of. Okay, so for this video I'm going to focus on the non-verbal reasoning section of 11 Plus exams. Okay, so about the exam. Any child who wishes to attend a grammar school will need to undergo the 11 Plus assessment. And like I said, I have done previous 11 Plus videos before, so you may already know all of this information, but it's just to give all of my new viewers a little understanding of what the 11 Plus test actually is. So the assessment is carried out in the final year of primary school, year 6. Depending on the area you live in will depend on the type of 11 Plus test you sit. So for example, people applying for grammar schools in Kent will sit the Kent 11 Plus test, whereas people in Essex will sit the CSSE exam. These exams are similar in that they assess whether a student shows the suitability to attend a grammar school. Now for more information on the Kent test and the CSSE 11 Plus, I do have very specific videos of those, so make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the playlist for each of those, okay? So generally there are 4 areas in an 11 Plus assessment. So these include English, Maths, Verbal and Non-Verbal Reasoning. And as mentioned earlier, I'm going to be focusing on just the non-verbal reasoning part of this in this video, okay? So the non-verbal reasoning section of the exam could vary from county to county. However, the main aim of this part of the 11 Plus is to test a child's ability to use logical deduction, analysis and spatial awareness. The questions use shapes and sequences to assess how they are progressing, i.e. is the colour of the shapes changing, are the shapes being reflected or rotated, etc. So it's your job to work out how the pattern of the sequence is changing or how it's similar in each shape, okay? So some people find non-verbal reasoning questions quite tricky, whereas other people have a natural talent for it. But the best way to improve these skills is simply by practicing. So this is why I've created this video for you, which just give you a few more example questions for you to try out. Okay, but before I move on with those practice questions, I do have some useful resources for you. So as you can see, these are all for the Kent test. So we've got a maths book, English, non-verbal and a reasoning section. So all of these books can be purchased on Amazon or our howtobecome.com website, okay? So be sure to check those out because they are really handy and contain loads more sample questions for you. Okay, so let's have a look at some practice questions. So question 1, so which figure is the odd one out? So there is your sequence. Now for this video, I'm not going to give you the answers. What I would like you to do is leave your answers in the comments box below and I'll mark them for you and get back to you as soon as I can. And I'm on YouTube every single day, so you won't have to wait that long for me to respond, okay? So question 2, fill in the gap in order to complete the sequence. Okay, so as you can see there's a question mark in this box. You need to work out which of these 4 shapes here will fit in to this box here in order to complete the sequence. Again, write your answer in the comments box below. Question 3, which figure is the odd one out? So again, you've got 5 different shapes and one of these is the odd one out. So you just got to work out which one it is, and if you can, leave me the reason why it is the odd one out, okay? Because then I can see your thought process behind it. Question 4, which figure completes the pattern? So again, we've got a box filled with a question mark, so you need to use one of the answers from A to E and fill this in order to complete the sequence. Question 5, so which of the following diagrams, A, B or C, comes next in the sequence? So as you can see, our sequence is in this top bit here, and one of these can be placed on the end of the sequence in order to complete the sequence. In question 6, work out the codes for the figures and decide which answer has the correct code for figure 4. So as you can see, each one of the columns here has 2 shapes and 2 letters. So the letters are reflecting what shape is actually in the diagram, okay? So it's your job to work out what letters will need to go in here in order to correspond with these shapes there, okay? Again, leave me your answers in the comments box below. Okay, so that's it for my practice questions. So remember to leave me all of your answers and I can get back to you as soon as I can with how well you are doing. So let's move on to some tips to prepare for the non-verbal reasoning section. So first of all, try and visualize the questions. Okay, so why not make yourself a cube net as you try to work out the cube-based questions? So some questions will have a cube net with some shapes on, and once you fold that cube, then you can work out where each of the shapes would be positioned. So it's a good way to practice if you actually create the cube net yourself, draw the pictures on, and then you can see and visualize where each of the shapes would be, okay? Some people like to work on the questions they find most difficult first. Some people prefer to leave the hard questions to the end. So pick a way that you feel comfortable with and use it throughout your non-verbal reasoning test, okay? So find a way that is most suited to you. So accuracy is key, okay? So you need to remain as accurate as possible to ensure successful marks. So that's why it's important to fully comprehend the questions and understand what is being asked. So most people find it difficult to finish all of the questions. These tests are designed to measure your level of accuracy against the speed at which you progress. Never sacrifice quality for quantity, okay? That's really important. Try drawing out the questions as you go. So drawing out answers of what you think it might look like will help you to visualize the answer in a more clear, definitive way. Using highlighters is a great way to distinguish your answers. Highlighting is helpful if you are counting lots of shapes or working out numbers of angles. When completing grid-based questions, you can always work backwards. So by working backwards, you would have to do the opposite to what is being asked. But this is a useful way to see if you do have the correct answer. And practice is key. So if you struggle with visualizing shapes and objects, you may struggle with these tests. That is why we have provided you with lots of questions for you to work through. And again, there's so many more practice questions in our 11 plus guides and resources on how to become. So the more you practice these tests, the more likely you are to feel comfortable and confident with these types of questions. So remember, practice really does make perfect. If you are unsure about the answers, make sure you use our detailed answers and explanations to understand how to get the correct answer. So I know I haven't provided the answers or explanations in this video, but if you leave me your answer, I can write whether you've got it right or wrong. If you would like an explanation as to how you work that out, then I'll be happy to do that for you, okay? So knowing where you went wrong is just as important as getting the questions correct, okay? So you need to understand how the answer can be reached. So try practicing the question again after reading the answers and explanations to ensure you know where you went wrong, okay? So that completes this video for the 11 plus non-verbal reasoning section. Be sure to check out my other videos. They are scheduled and they will be coming onto YouTube in the upcoming weeks. So make sure you subscribe to the channel to be notified about when they go on. Remember to check out howtobecome.com for all of our practice resources, including the Kent test, and soon there will be a resource for the CSSE Essex 11 plus. So there's loads more resources for you to use on there, okay? So it will really help you when it comes to revising your 11 plus exam. Thanks for watching, and if you do have any further questions about the 11 Plus, or you're unsure about something, drop me a message below this video and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and share the video to all of your friends. Thanks for watching, and I wish you all the very best.